We are talking with Brennan Kane from the city of Waupaca. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me back.
You bet. We are in the winter. Some of us love it. I'm one of those. And some of us not so much. We're going to talk today specifically about snow removal. Because I think, and we talked about this last year.
We did.
Because I think that it's something people don't realize how important it is or what can happen if you don't do it. So, first of all, we're talking about keeping the sidewalks clear.
Correct. Yep. We have city ordinances in place right now that require that individuals, property owners, renters that have a sidewalk in front of their property are required to clear their sidewalk within 24 hours after a snowfall.
And this is no matter where you live.
Correct.
If you have a sidewalk, it needs to be cleared.
Exactly. You know, it's a public safety issue at the end of the day. It's a pedestrian safety issue at the end of the day. There are a lot of people within our community that utilize the sidewalks to get from, to downtown, to travel between, properties, to walk on a daily basis for health reasons. As snow accumulates on the sidewalks, if it's not shoveled, it becomes icy and everything else, and ultimately it becomes a liability issue for the city. So that's why we try to urge residents and renters within the community to clear these sidewalks as quickly as possible.
And that's one of the things we talked about last year that was a surprise to me, is that it isn't the homeowner that has the liability for it. It is the city of Waupaca. So if I slip and break my leg and decide to go after restitution, then it's the city of Waupaca that I go after.
Mainly, no matter what, the city will be brought into a lawsuit, more than likely. It's our ordinances require the homeowner, landowner, renter to clear the sidewalk, but most all sidewalks within the city are within the public right-of-way. So that's why it's a public issue.
So even though it's the city that's liable, it's as a homeowner or as a renter, if I have a sidewalk, it is it's an ordinance. It isn't just we need to do this for the safety of people.
No.
And if we don't get them cleared within 24 hours, what happens to us?
What happens is the first offense, we're trying to utilize different methods, but we will still continue for this year to notify people, whether it's a door hanger or a letter in the mail saying that you have 7 to 10 days to clear the sidewalk. If the sidewalk is not clear in that time, our city public works crews will go out and clear it. And the first offense typically runs from $65 to $80 for our crews to go out and clear a sidewalk. If it's a reoccurring property, no further notification will be provided. Our city crews will go out if needed to clear the sidewalk. An additional $65 to $85 invoice will be charged to the homeowner. Again, if you're a renter, hopefully it'll probably go down to you. But if it's a recurring property, we do also have the method as well to issue a citation, which runs right around $160 as well.
That's what surprised me, is that's an expensive ticket.
Right.
So I can clear the sidewalks myself. Some of us are just not able to do that.
Correct.
Well worth paying a neighborhood kid $20 to get the sidewalks cleared.
Yeah, we have, if you have a trouble clearing your sidewalk, we want to work with people at the end of the day. Our job is not to, cite people. We don't want to send our crews out there. We don't want to write tickets if we don't have to at the end of the day.
So for all of us that are thinking, oh, what a great way for the city of Waupaca to make some money, that really isn't the point.
No, it really isn't. Our city public works department is taxed as it is, clearing the roads and our own public sidewalks that we need to clear around the city, whether it's in the parks, whether it's around City Hall, downtown. We have our public right-of-ways and our roads to clear for traffic safety on a day-to-day basis. So by the time our crews actually get out there, it's usually 3 or 4 days after a snowfall that occurs. And again, even if it's 24 hours, it's still a safety hazard that we're trying to inform and be very public about, that we would like to clear these sidewalks as quickly as possible.
And one of the things that we need to keep in mind is we think of a half an inch of snow. Why bother? Why would I bother? Except that when the sun, especially this time of year in late January, when the sun is getting a little bit warmer, that has a tendency to melt and turn into ice.
Definitely.
And now you've got a ton of slick spots
definitely.
which is worse than just snow cover.
It is, because again, if you have a dusting that occurs, or again, it could melt and freeze again, and then you have snow that blows over it. It's a very dangerous situation, and it's very slippery. Some of our sidewalks are on a downhill slant here within the city, and it creates a very dangerous situation for people to walk. And not just people walking. There are people within our communities that also have wheelchairs and have to utilize motorized carts. So a lot of people think, oh, I cleared a footpath. That's not what we're looking for. We actually need the entire 5-foot sidewalk to be cleared in a full path, so two people can walk by side and walk safely throughout the community.
Brennan, this is just one of those topics that I think is important to remind everybody about, because so many of us just kind of go, yeah, whatever, it's not a big deal, but it can be. I mean, at $65 to $85 personal clearing, right, and the possibility of a citation on top of that, if you don't want to clear your sidewalk or you're not able to, hire a local kid to do it. It's great extra money and terrific exercise for them.
There's a lot of local businesses within the community, a lot of landscaping companies that will provide that service to you. Again, you're right. There's some neighborhood kids and neighbors in general. We've seen a lot of sharing among neighborhoods, and when we talk to people, they do get a citation. We try to be as flexible as possible, but again, it is really a safety issue that we need to have them cleared.
Terrific. Thanks for coming in and reminding us of the importance of that. I think that it's a great topic.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You bet, Brennan.